Hi guys, this is Kelvin from Loopmasters. Today I want to quickly familiarize you with the basics of our new Deep House and Jazz Chords Ableton chord rack and go over the basic installation process. Once you've downloaded the pack from Loopmasters, you'll find it in your Downloads folder. Open the zip file, and once unzipped you'll find the ALP file. Double-click that to begin installation. This will launch live. Once launched, Live will ask you where you want to install all of the contents. I'm selecting my desktop, but you can choose wherever you like. Once it's completed extraction, you can simply click on Open Live Set and browse to where you've placed the content. Selecting the ALS file will get you off and running. When the file opens, you'll notice quickly that there are two chord racks, one for progressions and one for single chords. The progressions rack contains groups of chords that all go nicely with each other. Select the sets by scrolling through them with the chord set macro. Chords in the chord sets rack will always play on keys C2 to G2 depending upon how many chords are in the set. The single chord rack works the same. Scroll through single chords with the chord macro. Unlike the chord sets, you can trigger the single chords with any key on your keyboard. This mimics the classic chord memory function of some classic synths and can really sound great. You'll notice that in each chord rack there are additional macros assigned to various functions. It's very intuitive once you start playing around, but if you aren't sure what something does, just hover over the text. By default, your session will load with an Ableton native Rhodes emulation. However, you can easily replace this by dragging in any plugin of your choice. I'm going to select the Korg M1 for this demonstration, and select a nice pad for the chord set rack. Then, by simply triggering keys C to G, I can come up with some lush sounding chords with one finger. My setup uses the master on 11 and 12, so I'll set it to that, but by default it will be set to 1 and 2. If you don't hear anything, just select the master out for your particular sound card. Let's demo the single chord rack with the great Carbon Electrosynth from Plugin Boutique. I'll select a nice deep chord from the Mike Huckabee collection. As you can see, it's pretty easy to come up with some really interesting sounds very quickly. I don't play keyboard very well at all, and I'm able to come up with great chord progressions or nice single chords spanned across the keyboard. We've also set up two channels for you to record the MIDI out of the chord progressions rack or single chords rack so you can further manipulate the MIDI if you wish. To record it, simply arm the track with the chords you are playing and the relevant MIDI track and hit record in your DAW. All the MIDI you play will be recorded. Finally, please note that these chord racks can also be used to trigger external synths. On your external synth channel in Ableton, select its input to come from either the chord progressions rack or single chords rack. Have fun!